A spiritual battle. And it's more than your mind can understand or will understand. Cannot understand the depths of really what the spiritual battle is all about. So last week, biblical question, have you ever been angry at your mother for the way she treated your father? Last week, biblical question. Have you ever been angry at your mother for the way she treated your father? And I ask that question because all the time I hear men and women, boys and girls, mad at the daddy for the way he treated the mother. And rarely, sometimes I hear it now, but rarely do I hear you're angry at the mother for the way she treated the father. And so I really ask that question to encourage people, those who want to overcome your hell, to examine yourself, to know yourself, so you can get an understanding of what's going on. And don't forget to be present. Be present. And these questions are put there for you to be present. And so I asked that, and we got some responses yesterday at the fellowship. Amazing fellowship, by the way. I'm not, because it has nothing to do with me, no bragging at all, just appreciation. The fellowship was amazing, a gift from God. If you were not there, be sure to podcast if you want freedom for yourself. You can podcast by going to rebuildingtheman.com/church. rebuildingtheman.com/church. It was amazing. It was a gift from God. I couldn't believe it. But I've always, for the last 36 years, have had great appreciation for the fellowships. Sunday fellowship, men fellowships for men only on the first Thursday of the month, women only on the third Thursday of the month, and counsel. I've always, because I'm always learning, always. So check it out, rebuildingtheman.com/church. And I have a brand new biblical question for this week. All I got to say is, oh, Lord, not yours, Lord. But an amazing biblical question for those men and women who want to be free. And you can be free if you want it. The life you have it because that's what you want. You have your misery because you want your misery. Who will I be if I didn't have misery? If I didn't have worry, doubt, insecurity, suicidal thoughts, stress, anger, resentment. Who will I be if I gave up all thinking? You say. So you have the life you want. Who will I be if I didn't worship Mother Mary or the saints? They say they make people to saints, and because the preacher say that's a saint, the father would believe that it's a real saint. Well, I'm not laughing. That's what you want. That's the life you want. Amazing. The brand new biblical question. It's amazing to me that somebody can tell you that that person's a saint and you believe it because they said it. And you start calling that person a saint and then you pray to them. You know something's wrong upstairs. The lights are on, but nobody is home. What the? Let me go to the first time caller, Rachel, out of Louisiana. Rachel, you are on the air. Hey, Rachel.
Hello.
You are on the air.
Hey, Jesse, how are you?
All is well, Rachel.
I have a lot of questions for you, Jesse.
Okay.
My husband and I, he's been listening longer than I have, and he kind of woke up to your message. He very much told me how the cow ate the cabbage and said either get with it or and pretty much go. And that was a full 8-hour long phone conversation in the middle of a work day. So it was a big decision I had to make, but obviously I listened to him.
He
But
told
we
you
both
that you have to get with it or go?
pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah, he did.
Meaning that leave him?
He didn't have to give me the specifics. I kind of got the message of I need to listen to my husband, or
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
There wasn't anything for me there. So him and I were very much children of Satan when we entered the marriage.
Yeah.
He woke up first, and then I saw his lead and followed. But were we able to see that we were evil? Why were we afforded that opportunity to see that in ourselves, to be able to wake up?
So you see for yourself that there's evil in you?
Oh, yes.
Well, the reason you're able to see it because you wanted to see it. And God only bring the light to those who want to see. So that's why you see it. Because most men and women do not see that they're evil. They see themselves as being good, but it's really evil. So you see it because you wanted to see it, and you invited the light to show you.
Is that just a God-given want? How was I given that desire to see it?
Because you wanted it.
Okay.
Well,
I'm
why
just thinking like
Go ahead.
we grew up Bible thumping in the church. We did all the right things. Why don't they see it? I don't understand how because they act like they want it.
Okay,
Yeah,
but when you were Bible thumping in church, you were not doing anything right.
No, we weren't.
You said
it felt right. It certainly
you said you
felt
were doing
right.
all the right thing, but you were not.
Hmm.
And you want to know why the Bible thumpers at your church don't see it, but you see it, right? Is that your question?
Well, we don't belong to thumping church anymore. I'm just speaking of the general
they don't.
Christian population.
The Christian population don't want to see it. If they wanted to see it, they would see it. They don't want to see it because they have been caught up with religion, and they have been deceived to believe that they have it because they're into religion. So they're getting what they want. They don't want the truth. They just want ego feelings and call it the truth. So that's why they don't want to see it either. They have the life that they want.
Okay, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, they don't want to see it because if they wanted to see it, they would do what you and your husband have done, and to get to know them yourself and admit that you're evil and then go and forgive and be free. But they don't want that. Who would they be if they forgave and they were not able to judge and hate other people? They don't want to love. They want to hate and pretend that they love.
Yeah, it certainly seems all sunshines and rainbows when you're in it.
Right, but it's just darkness and hell.
Oh, yeah. Another thing I have is the more aware and awake I become, there's just demons coming out of everywhere. Every little nook and cranny of me, I can see them coming to the surface. And, I mean, obviously don't judge them, but what do I do with that? I see them come out of me, and I see them, be expressed onto my children. When I'm in that moment, how do I handle that?
Relax and be aware of it and do nothing about it. Don't react to them. Don't call them you. Don't argue with them. Don't fight with them. And when you do that, you allow the spirit of the truth, the spirit of the light, to fight the darkness for you, and he will take all the darkness away from your mind, and you'll be fine. Don't yell at the children. Don't yell at yourself. Don't yell at your husband. They want you to overreact so that they can stay
Mhm.
alive inside of you and give you a false feeling that it's you. And it's really not you. They're just thoughts. That's all it is, demons. And the fact that you can see them, be glad to see them, but do nothing about it. You want to see the darkness, and you will see that the darkness has no power, no nothing. It is an illusion. So be glad to see it, but do nothing about it.
Okay. I guess I'm just not that strong of a woman yet because there's definitely times that I see it coming up. I hear it. I hear myself, yelling at the children, yelling at my husband. And it's almost like the demon knows it's starving and it has to feed itself in a way by me
It
acting
does.
out like this.
Yes. So what I recommend you do is when you catch yourself for now, when you catch yourself yelling at your children or at your husband, stop in the middle of it. Let's say
And just
you
go, oh, Mama lost her mind for a minute. How do I practically handle that with the children? Of Mama's acting crazy.
do they tell you that?
No, but I can see it, especially on my
Right.
oldest boy's face. He's 9 years old, so he somewhat sees Mama's acting stupid.
So again, when you catch yourself, because you've been living in your imagination all of your life and you've been calling it you, so you really think that it's you that is angry. It's you that is feeling that way, but it's not you. So for now, try not to do it. Resist the devil as much as possible. But let's say you caught up in a thought, emotions are there because you didn't catch the thought in time and you're yelling at the kid. Just stop in the middle of the yelling. Just stop. And
Okay.
then shout the devil by stopping right in the middle of it. And then, hey, kids, I'm sorry, I'm wrong. I'm sorry. And just move on with your life. But do not judge yourself for doing it. Because if you judge yourself, let's say you say, oh, I'm so stupid. I keep yelling at the children. I'm so crazy. I keep getting angry about nothing with my husband and everyone. If you judge yourself, you're setting yourself up to do it again because there is no you to judge. There's no self. You're judging a false self, and that's vanity, that's ego. And stop being so vain. Don't judge yourself. There's no one to judge. There's
Okay.
no one there to get mad at all. But because you have the false identity, you think that you are getting mad at you because you did some stupid stuff, but you didn't do it. That's an image, a false image. It's not even real.
That's all the not me.
Yeah, absolutely. You're not your thoughts. All thoughts are all lies all the time about anything. You're not your body. You're not your emotions. Those emotions are not you. I know you feel them in your body, but you're not the emotions and you're not the body.
Okay.
So,
I'm still working on answering that question of who are you. I don't have that one figured out, but I do for certain know the not me. I know there's lots of little not me's, and it seems more and more pop up.
when you stop, when you see who you're not your thoughts, you're not your past, you're not your future, you're not your emotions, you're not your body, you're not your color, you're not your femaleness, you're none of those things. When you see who you're not, who you are will appear and will be without question.
Okay. All right. Um, Going along with the kids,
How old are the
obviously I
kids?
know we have a 9, 7, 5, 2, and 1-year-old. So they're back to back.
Right on.
Yeah. Obviously, I know they're going to have to forgive me one day, and I don't want to be like, you got to forgive your mama one day. Are they just going to recognize that on their own if they see it? Obviously, they hear us listen to you, so they hear it, on church and radio shows, but that's not my place to tell them, I feel like.
You can say to them, like, again, try not to yell at them or be all emotional with them. And if you do find yourself see it happening, stop in the middle and then, hey, I'm sorry, kids. And then tell them, don't be mad, speak up to me, but don't get angry, because you don't want to become like this, and then
Mm.
you don't want to become like me, and but you don't even have to say that all the time. You just stop doing what you're doing, and because they're kids, they will forgive you. They're young enough to forgive, but if you keep apologizing and doing it over and over again, they will get to a point where they will not forgive you. And then maybe once they become an adult, responsible for themselves, they may forgive you. Most people don't forgive when they become adults, they get worse.
Mm-hmm.
Only a few really do self examination and then they forgive. So, but you can't do anything about that. Once they become adult, they are on their own. You're no longer responsible for their spiritual life or any life at all, really.
Right.
But you try as much as possible to resist the devil by yelling at them or yourself or anyone,
Okay.
by not doing that.
Okay. I don't want to keep you all day. I could talk to you question after question. But I do have one more thing. I have a mama who's terminally ill, and I've told her you're not your mom, you're not your body, mom. But basically, what do I say to a woman who's dying?
Have you forgiven her for what she done to you?
Oh yes.
You
Yes.
told her?
My mother and my father. Yes, I did.
What did you say to her?
I basically told her, Mom, I know that you had trouble with your mother growing up. I don't know the details of what happened, but I know that you didn't have a good example of how to be a mother. My father didn't lead you as the husband should. And I forgive you for, you messed me up. I'm seeing it come out in my children, what I do with them. They're just repeated cycles of what I grew up with.
Yeah. What'd she say?
She did a little bit of boo-hooing, but I could see that no, she's definitely not. She's not a dramatic woman, so I didn't think that it would be an argument or anything. But I could see that she was a little hurt, but she accepted it.
Amazing. And so
Yeah.
your question about her now is what?
I mean, I know you say just find the life insurance papers, but is there?
Did you look in the kitchen drawer right next to the silverware and find the license insurance paper?
Oh no, she's far too organized for that. It's going to be in a labeled folder somewhere in a briefcase or a file cabinet.
All right. Well, your question about it is what?
I just don't really know what to say to her, how to handle her. Anything I say, I feel like comes across as kind of just brash and rude.
What do you say to her now?
I told her that she's not her body, and her body can be healed, and even if you drop this body, right here, right now, it doesn't matter. If you're one with the spirit, then this is just your body.
And what did she say to that? What was her response?
She just nodded. She didn't really give me any feedback on that.
And so, how do you know she's dying?
She has a brain tumor.
Oh, I see. And your question is what?
I don't know. I guess just how do I want to be there for her? I know you say you don't have to go and help your family, your parents, but there's a part of me that wants to be there for her during that process.
And why?
I don't know, Jesse. I've thought about that, and I think it's just a comforting nature of a woman. I'm not really sure why. I know I want to be there. I don't mind.
What does that mean? A comforting nature of the woman. What does that mean?
Oh, I don't know. I know my children are comforted by, mama more than daddy. I don't know if it's the softness. I don't know.
That's the problem. You are a comforter to everybody. And you're getting a thrill for being a comforter. The comfort of a woman. That's what destroys everybody.
So you're saying just let her die up there alone? See, that's so, like, that comes across so rude and mean to, everybody else, but it's just, it's real talk. It's talking.
If you want to go visit and help, why don't you do it without trying to be a comforter or anything? Or you're not doing it out of obligation. You're not doing it out of guilt. You just want to go and do something, go home. But why do you have to have a meaning to it?
I don't know. Maybe just wanting to help. And also, she's literally right up the road from us, less than a mile drive. So it's not like I'm having to go somewhere.
There's nothing wrong for going by and lending a hand if you want to. But if you're doing it out of a sense of obligation or of love or feelings and all that, that's the wrong reason. But if you do it just because, you know what, that's your mother, you want to go there and wash the dishes or something, go and do it, but don't do it for a thrill. You're not a comforter. The Holy Spirit is our comforter, not a person, place, or thing. Stop trying to be a comforter.
Well, that might help me more than just with her.
That's the problem with women. They always want to be, they're so insecure. They always try to find something to make themselves feel secure, and it only destroys whatever they put their hands on, because it's all about their prideful, ego self, vanity self, rather than real love. Can't you do it out of real love? You just want to go and do something without trying to be a comforter or whatever?
Yeah, I don't think it is. I don't think it's out of obligation. Honestly, I'm far too busy to just go up there and do the dishes just out of obligation. With 5 kids here, and I homeschool them as well. So anything.
So if you can do it without ego feelings, without vanity, there's nothing wrong with that.
Okay. And then also, I know there's going to come a time, I'm the only one of my siblings that is, based at home here, where it's just going to naturally kind of fall on me to take care of the things that come with death.
What do you mean, to have a funeral and everything?
Yeah, just make arrangements, and then, dealing with her husband, which is my stepfather. Can I just, tell my brothers, I don't want to do this. Y'all need to step up and help equally, even though you're not.
Why can't your husband handle this?
I'm sure he will, but I would think, knowing my mother, that there's some separation between those two as far as their finances and
between her husband,
paperwork stuff of it.
There's separation finance between she and her husband?
I don't know their personal business, but I would think that there's going to be, paperwork and arrangements to be made that has to be kept within her side of the family. We're very much a blended, all sorts of family in here. So I would think that it's going to come to me and my brothers to do some of the stuff.
But why would you think that?
I guess it's just assumption. I don't know.
Hold on. Can you hold for a minute?
Sure.
Let me take a break. 888-77-JESSE. Let me go back to Rachel, our first time call out of Louisiana. Hey, Rachel.
Yes.
So you want to know what should you do about when and if your mother expire, handling a funeral and stuff like that?
Yeah, I can handle the logistics of it, but you know how the arrangements usually fall on one child, the most responsible child, the one who's closest to home, and that's all me.
Right.
But I don't feel like that's necessarily just my place,
It's not. Why you won't let her husband handle all that? She's married. Why are you getting involved?
I don't know. I guess it's the mama thing.
It is. Did your mother ask you to handle it?
No.
So why are you even thinking about that?
I guess because I'm living in the future. I'm not here right now.
Right. You're thinking about something that has nothing to do with you. And if your mother didn't ask you to handle that, she has a husband, you need to back off.
Okay.
What do you think about that?
No, I like that answer. I can just see the time coming when the husband is somewhat distraught.
But how
He's
do you
not
know
out
when you're
fighting.
going to be like, that's not happened yet? How do you know?
I don't. You're right. I don't know.
So why don't you come out of your head and stop tripping on everything? You're thinking about something about the past and the future, and you're missing life right now.
Yes, you're very right.
Are you,
That's the recurrent theme in a lot of my life is thinking about the future.
that's
Or the
how
past even.
that's how all the children of the devil live. They're only living in a past or a future, which is an illusion. They refuse to live in the present with God. They love evil. You're thinking about things that doesn't even exist. And you're trying to figure out how I'm gonna do this, how I'm gonna do that, and it doesn't even exist, rather than waiting to see and deal with it as and if it happens, but not even thinking
Okay.
about tomorrow at all.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I'm working on it, Jesse. Definitely working on the staying present, and that brings me to another question of being a stay-at-home mom with 5 kids running around homeschool all day long. They're around me. When they were younger, I was able to kind of stay more like present with the quietness of smaller children throughout the day. Like you say, stay present. Pray throughout your regular day. But as it gets, just older children, louder, more children, I'm struggling with like staying in prayer throughout the day, like finding those little pockets of quiet to be able to get into that prayer.
And what's your question about that?
I don't know, Jesse. That's something I've noticed is there's not a whole lot of stay-at-home mama listeners that I hear on church or the radio with a bunch of kids, and I'm looking for some practical advice from other mamas.
The practical
with a
advice is
bunch
to
of
stay out
kids.
of your head and just live. If you just stayed away from thinking, except practical thought, making breakfast, lunch, and dinner, teaching the children how to read or write, if you just stayed out of your head, you don't need to hear other women saying that. The light will shine in you and the light will show you. But you won't stay present with the truth. You keep drifting off into your head, hoping for something else.
So you're saying throughout those tasks throughout the day of caring for children, every minute of the day is pretty much devoted to something for them. That's being in prayer when I'm just doing that and doing that alone.
When you're aware of where you are and what you're doing, you are present with God.
Okay.
Do you do the
No,
silent
I see what you're saying.
What am I
Yes, I
saying?
do the silent prayer.
Okay, what am I saying?
That when you're doing all those other things throughout the day and it's while you're thinking, that's the issue. That's not staying present and being
Right.
aware.
Absolutely. Be aware that you're washing dishes. Be aware that you're teaching math. Be aware you're making breakfast. Be aware you're telling the children, go sit down, be quiet. Be aware of everything.
Okay. I mean, there's certainly,
if you
get
catch
that. There's certainly times that I do that, but then it feels like I'm not, I feels like I'm not with God. It feels like I'm just doing these tasks.
Being with God is not a feeling. If you're feeling, then you're not with God.
That's a thought. That's another thought.
Yep.
Oh, man. Sometimes, Jesse, I just shake my own head at myself.
I don't blame you. I understand. Be like, what the?
Yeah.
And listen, don't make being present or anything a big deal. Just live without making anything a big deal. Nothing is a big deal.
Mm. Okay.
And when you sit and talk to your husband about these things, what does he say?
He explains it like you do, Jesse. He definitely has a way of, I guess, dumbing it down for me to put it into my own thinking, just because he's been with me so long. But he tells me the same thing, and he told me to call you. So
Okay.
I was shaking in my boots to call you, but he told me to do it. So
Well, just relax and let all those thoughts pass, and just know all thoughts are all lies all the time, and do nothing about a thought when it comes. And if you're caught up with one, it was only because you didn't see it and it fell into the emotion. Just realize, wow, I'm emotional. I'm into a thought. And relax and let it pass. Go on about your day. Keep it simple.
okay.
Amazing, huh?
It is. It really is fun waking up. It's some days are more difficult, but it really is overall fun.
If you didn't fight with it, it wouldn't be difficult at all.
I know. It's my own fault.
If you're just aware that you're not your thoughts, you're not your body, you're not your emotions, and when they come, just let them pass. You'll be fine. And if you stay with this though, you'll get to that point. Don't worry. You will get to the point where you know it's just a thought, and then all thinking will disappear. So don't worry. Don't give up. It is working. You just stay with it.
Okay.
And as far as your mother, don't worry about her business. If she just ask you to help with the funeral thing, and if you need help, you can ask your brothers or her husband. But don't think about that now.
Okay. Yeah. I thought.
All right. Any other question?
My husband wants me to ask if you can record the if poem.
I think we did already.
Oh, okay. I'll tell him.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So let me ask you one question before we leave, and then I got a bunch of calls. I got to go. I can't play no more. I got to go in the house. I can't play no more. I want you to respond to this. All self-concern will keep me out of the kingdom. All self-concerns will keep me out of the kingdom. Respond to that.
You're not going to like it, but yes, I heard your church yesterday and people agreeing with it. But, I mean, are we talking about the me self or the not me self with that question?
All self-concern will keep me out of the kingdom. What do you think about that? What do you say about that? What does that mean to you when you hear it?
I see it as any thoughts you have, regardless of what they are, you're not present with God.
Okay. Amazing. Well, you stay with us, stay with us, stay with us. Do not give up. God is with you. It is working. And just practice being aware of those thoughts. Do nothing about them. And go and do your daily duties and just let life happen. And it will get easier and easier, and it will be made clearer and clearer, and you'll become free.
Okay, Jesse, thank you.
All right. Good talk to you, Rachel.
All right, bye.
Bye now. Let me go to Ohio and talk to Selena. Selena.
Hey, Jesse.
Hey, Selena.
How are you?
All is well.
That is good. Wow, this is how it works. I didn't know how it works. I'm a first-time caller.
A first-time
I've
caller.
been listening
Welcome.
to you for a year, yeah.
Okay.
And, well, my question was, about forgiveness of the mother and the father. I had forgiven my mother maybe a week ago, but I didn't know if I had did that right. But I didn't know if I needed to start, a little bit of a story to get you to, I guess, get a little glimpse of where, I'm coming from, the question that I'm asking as far as forgiveness for the mother and father.
And your question for me is what?
Well, I apologized to her, and I don't even know if I did it right. I mean, I'm not having any issues or any problem. I'm happy and everything like that, but it took me, I've never been angry with her or anything like that, but I don't speak to her because I can't handle her. So I don't know if I was to even forgive her for that, because I didn't even know what to really say to her when I did apologize to her. So I don't even know if I did it right, or is it even the right way to do it.
And what did you say to her when you went to her?
Well, I didn't go to her. I haven't seen her. I haven't spoken or seen her in 3 or 4 years. She lives in Akron, Ohio, and I'm in Cleveland, Ohio. But I called her over the phone.
And what did you say to her on the phone?
And she answered. And I said, "Hey, Mom, long time, I haven't heard from you. Okay, it's good to hear." And I said, "Yes." And I said, Mom, I just wanted to call, and I just want to be brief because I'm taking a break from work real quick. And I just wanted to call and tell you that, I apologize for hating you for not being a good mother and neglecting me. And I forgive you, and I understand, it's from grandma and how you were raised, because her mother raised me. And I said, I understand and I forgive you. But I never had any hatred. It was just the irritation of trying to create a bond with you, and I never could do that. And I didn't go any further. I wanted to say more, but I just left it at that because it was really more I wanted to say to my mother. I don't understand my mother. Like, I know she's been abused because I haven't been abused. And, her mother raised me. But I think she's just always on survival mode. She just, uses you. She never wants to build anything.
But she's evil. Why don't you understand that?
And every time, I didn't want to say she was evil because I'm
Why
thinking,
not?
it took me a hard time because I was raised by my grandmother. I'm trying not to be my grandmother or my mother. And so I've been working a long time with a lot of bumps and bruises. But I just have a hard time saying that.
Why? Why do you have a hard time recognizing that there's evil in her as it is in you, and it came from her to you? Why? How will you be free if you don't admit that there's evil in you?
No, oh yes, I do admit that it is evil in me.
But why don't you admit that it's evil in your mother, and she can't help herself in the same way you can't help yourself?
I do. I admit that.
Admit what?
I admit that. I admit that she is evil, but I have a hard time because I'm evil. And it's just, I not feel bad because I'm keeping myself away from her because it's so hard to have the relationship with her. So I feel like, okay, I apologize. Now, do I start talking to her again? Or building it? Because as soon
only
as I
if
said
you
it,
want to. Don't talk to her out of any sense of obligation. Your only responsibility is to not hate her. And when you don't have anger, you have love. When you're not angry because you're not understanding. When you love, you and God are one, and you just go now and live your life. Wish her well, but you don't have to hang out with her. You don't have to call her. Just don't resent her. Don't be angry.
Okay, and then Jesse, I also had another question. I agree with that, and I do feel good about that, and I do feel like I'm on that path.
Yeah.
I just needed to let go of feeling guilty for not speaking with her.
And who
I
feel
do love
guilty?
her, Jesse, and I'm not mad at her at all. I just feel, but you know what? I'm going off of how she feels about me not speaking to her, and I want her to know I love you. I just can't. I can't do it because you use me. You're not trying to build a relationship with me. Every time I get anxiety when I'm with you. And I just can't deal with that. And I got 5 of my own, even though 3 of them are gone. I got 2 left. One is graduating, and the other one's starting high school. The last one, the baby boy. But and I also told them that I've been having problems with relationships. I have 3 dads for 5 of my children. I had the first dad is from college. That's my firstborn. He's 26. He'll be 26 in December. My secondborn is from my elementary on up to college, high school sweetheart. And the third one is I was married to him, and I have 3 by him. And currently he's taking me to a court for custody for the last one, because the firstborn of ours is in the Navy, and the second one, like I said, is getting ready to graduate from engineering school, and I have this last one.
So how old is the last one?
He's getting ready to be 14, the 24th of this month.
So why is he taking you to court? Why don't you just tell him to come and get him? You can have him.
No, Jesse, he can. I don't speak with him.
So why are you going to court then? If you can have him?
He's taking me to court because I think, Jesse, I don't know. I'm assuming he's always claimed the kids on taxes. He's always done that.
Right.
And so we're not together anymore. We're separated. He's currently married. And I've always asked him, can I get a little bit, at least $3,000 from it? $1,000 for each of the kids that we have together. When you get it, that's all I need. You don't even have to think about me. Put it towards the kids. You can even make an account or something. But every time, can we split it? And he wouldn't respond to me anything, and it would always cause me trouble. So I just let it go, and I don't speak to him anymore because I can't communicate with him.
But do you
I'm
have
listening to what you say about do
you have a problem with him taking the son? And
no, Jesse.
So why don't you contact him?
I'm lying, Jesse.
What?
What happened is
you say you're lying.
Yes, I'm lying. I'm lying about because we were together for 15 years, and he was very abusive. I don't want to point any fingers. I've been listening to you, Jesse. You do say women are evil, but I feel like the way I responded to it was evil. His abuse, and I think I stayed because I was. The foundation I grew up in was narcissism. I don't want to know about my father because he's passed, and I just hear stories I don't know for myself because I left Alabama when I was 6 from the foster home into my grandmother's home. So I don't know. So I forgave my father.
Let me ask you this. When you say he was abusive, give me an example of abuse.
Oh, boy. When I was pregnant with the second child, which is graduating this month, he, I don't want to use the word beat. He put his hands on me for Christmas when I was just 2 months pregnant with her over an altercation that we had at his sister-in-law's house. And
what did you do to bring that on?
Nothing, Jesse. It's like
you just sitting there doing nothing. So you're just sitting there doing nothing, just nothing. He came over and said, "Let me choke her."
No. It was she never cared for me. It was a whole mix up with the Christmas thing where it's supposed to be at my house, and then she said, "Oh no, it's supposed to be at her house." So I grabbed all the food that I cooked and canceled my Christmas thing, went over there to her house. But I've never had a problem with her. She's always had a problem with me, and I don't understand why. I've never had any issues with her, arguments or anything. It's just that she would always pick and just raise situations within her family or his family. And that, I don't know, it just all exploded. I came over there, and everybody that came over, she just kept repeating how I was disrespectful, and I was trying to have everything in my house.
Well, let me do this.
I never responded.
I know, but let me tell you this because of time. That the life that you have is the life that you want. The misery that you have is the misery that you want. And if you want a better life, a real life instead of the fake life, you got to drop all your anger, stop arguing, and just live your life.
Anger and everything, and I'm in because I said I'm going to court. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to do what they do because I don't understand. I told the judge for the preacher, I don't know, I guess that's what it's called. I said I don't understand why we're here. I don't have any problem. I do not speak with him.
Selena, hold on a minute. Can you hold?
Okay.
All right.
Yes.
And then I want you to get to the questions you have for me. All right. Let me go back to Selena, a first-time caller out of Ohio. Selena.
Yes.
So you live in Cleveland, Ohio, and your mother live in Dayton, Ohio? Or you live in Dayton?
Akron.
Akron, Ohio.
Yeah.
How far is that? From
It's 45 minutes,
oh,
Ohio to where she is,
yeah,
in Akron, Ohio.
right.
It's a 45-minute ride.
Oh,
Drive.
and that's too far for you to drive to forgive her?
No,
Okay.
not at all.
Let me ask this. What's your question for me?
I guess you answered it for me because I was, I think her name was Rachel, your caller before, and a lot of things that you were saying as far as I have been doing, I have forgive. This is old stuff. I just wanted to know if I was right, if I'm doing things the right way, because all the fight and all of that crap that happened years ago. The kids are almost grown now, except for the last one. So I just wanted to know, am I doing things right? Because I don't have any anger for anyone.
Oh, okay.
And and I'm just trying to see how do I handle the court situation, because he can see the kids, and like I said, I'm just assuming he just did that because, like I said, I put a pin on the kid's social security number so he can't claim them anymore. So he went to court thinking that he would be able to, once he got rights to his son, he would be able to access to the pen. But the judge did tell him that nothing is going to change. All you're going to get is just rights to see his son.
So
And like I said, I told the judge I don't have any problem. I didn't tell the judge that. Because I don't want no drama. I just wanted to. I'm here because I got a letter saying to be here. He can see his kids when he wants to. I have no idea why we're here, but I do not speak to him. I will say that, and that's all
do
I
you
have to
resent
say.
him?
No.
Oh, good.
I've never resented it. But you know what, Jesse, what you said when you said live your life and let stuff go?
Yes.
And the woman is a liar. I have always wanted, because of how I grew up, my foundation with abuse, I've always wanted the family, the husband,
Do you obey your husband? Oh, you don't have a husband right now, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
I did,
Okay.
but it was a mess. He would always
What
go
a
to the
mess.
Yeah, it was a mess. I stayed too long. I never did anything to hurt him or anything. If anything,
Okay, let me tell you this then.
insecurities. I stayed because of people. My grandmother told me I was embarrassed of the family, having the kids and not being married. So I married him for that, and I stayed. But no, I listened. I did everything. I was abused.
Okay,
And then I
calm
finally
down.
let him
Hold
go.
on. Calm down. What will happen if you stop thinking about anything?
That's what I've been doing, trying the hardest to do, let go, Jesse, and that's a
What
battle with me.
What will
Not think
happen
about
if
it,
you
just
stop
live.
thinking about anything?
Good stuff would happen.
So why don't you stop thinking and find out?
Okay. It's
No, that
done.
was a
That's all I needed to
question.
know. Let go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. Because of the wants, I've been holding on to what I want.
Why do you want for anything?
I don't anymore, Jesse. Now I'm content, and I mean, I know you say don't speak out loud and everything, and feelings and all that, and thoughts are evil, but I think about, like, I've been blessed. I've been blessed to not be angry, be vengeful, and endure everything that has happened. I'm not saying I was perfect, Jesse. Now, I done had my hiccups. With what has happened with me and the ex-husband, of course. But I can take accountability, and all I've been trying to do is do the best. But I do have a problem with.
Are you
I
doing
think
the
that's what it
silent
is.
prayer?
Wanting.
Are you doing
Yep,
the
I've
silent?
been every day, every
Okay.
morning and night, and then I do other stuff too. But I talk to them all day because I don't have anyone except my kids
You talk to
and
who
one
all
best
day?
friend, myself. So I guess I was listening to you. I said, I guess I've been talking to the devil every day.
You have been. What you doing talking to yourself all day? Who you talking to? Who are you?
Thoughts, yep.
Who are you?
Ooh, a child of God. No one. I don't know who I am, Jesse. I really don't. I don't know who I am. I'm just living, Jesse.
All right. Here's what I recommend, all right? That you get away from thinking. Even with this going to court thing, you have the information you need to carry to court with you, but have a wait and see. Don't think about what's going to happen, what will or will not happen. Just have a wait and see for that and stay out of your head about that, because when you're into those thoughts like that, you are one with the devil.
Oh, mm-hmm.
And when you went and forgave your mother, you did it right. It was done. But the devil's telling you, oh, it wasn't done right. You got to forgive her again. Don't believe it. All thoughts are all lies all the time. So just watch those thoughts, but let them pass so that the Spirit of truth can lead you in life.
And Jesse, and then because I've also had this, I agree with that, and I'm going to do that.
You agree
Let
with
all
what?
thoughts go. So even let all thoughts go because they're evil, and just live and don't even have any thoughts about this court date.
Right.
I do agree with that, but I want to let go of the thoughts even I have about why he's doing it.
That's
like,
right.
Because you have that. You just came and picked your kids up.
I know, but
Your
listen,
son
you
came
going
home
back.
from the Navy, got on his thing.
Hey. You
Yeah,
going
there
back.
we go. Yep.
You going back
I
into
am.
thoughts.
Yep, I did.
Don't worry about what's going to happen. Have a wait and see, and you'll be fine. And it'll be
Okay.
whatever happens, you're going to be fine with it. But you got to have wait and see because you listen to the devil. Well, he just picked your kids up, and I told him that. Why he got to go to court? And I told him, stop it.
And I've never said this.
No, I'm
Jesse,
saying
you're the
stay
only
away
one that
from
I've spoken
thought.
to. Oh, the thought. Okay.
Calm down.
Yeah,
Stay away.
and a thought about him wanting. I don't even want to go through this. I just wanted him to just.
Stop it. You're going back into thoughts.
Okay. Wow. Thoughts even just being who I want him to be as a father and all of that.
Yeah,
Let it go.
You shouldn't want for anything.
So Jesse,
That
as
makes
far
sense?
as that's just, yes, it does. But Jesse, he doesn't speak to the kids or anything, and
That's fine.
Yeah, I don't want to. I don't even speak to the kids about him as far as negative. I let them have their own relationship. And was that right, Jesse? Though I mean, not forcing the kids to go. Well, it's just one of my daughters. She never wanted to go with him because she told me a couple of things that he did. But I never told her no or yes. I said, that's your dad and it's your relationship.
But what's
so
more
you
important?
Do what you, so is that wrong? I was wrong too. Did you let her have that, or should I force her on
No, you
him?
were not wrong, but you're wrong for resenting him in your heart because it's in the heart. You may be allowing them to go see him or be with him whenever they want to, but you're resenting him in your heart, and that's not good for you.
Because he's not doing what I want him to do as a father.
Right. He's not doing what you want him to do. He's not acting the way you want him to act. You're judging him playing God, and that's why you think about all these things in your head because your heart is not pure.
Okay.
So forgive him. Don't hold anything against him either.
Yes.
Because he couldn't help himself. He came from a mother and a father who didn't
just
guide
like
him.
Me, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Right. Okay. And I was
Go ahead, make that statement. Then I have a question for you. Then I got to run. Go ahead.
Okay. And then I was thinking I would get on myself too, also, Jesse, about not being a good mother because I also apologized to the children. I didn't know if I was supposed to do that.
Yes.
For my, response and everything in the situation with their father.
Yeah, children, I was wrong.
And I told them to forgive him too. Yes.
Yeah. Stop resenting. You'll be fine.
Okay.
Are you doing the silent prayer every morning, every night?
Yes.
No.
Yes. Yes, every morning, every night. But Jesse, I do it while I'm in the shower in the morning, or either right before I'm getting out of bed. I'll do a quick one, maybe about 10 minutes, and then I'll hop in the shower, and I'll do another one while I'm in the shower.
Well, here's what I want to encourage you to do is to when you first wake up, go wash your face or look around the room, and then take 5, 10 to 15 minutes and just relax and watch those thoughts trying to tell you what your day is going to be like and what you got to do and what happened yesterday. Just watch them and do nothing about it. And then during the day, if you get caught up in a thought, and you will, take a moment, just a moment, coming back, be aware of where you are and what you're doing, but have no relationship with thoughts at all.
Okay.
Just watch them, but have don't call them you or anything.
Okay.
And then whatever's happening between you and these men, forgive them, stop thinking about them so you can be free.
Well, currently I don't have anything going on, and I haven't had anything.
I'm talking about with the children fathers.
No, I don't talk to any of the.
Don't even be mad at them. Don't think about them. Even the one that you're dealing with now, Forgive him.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Don't hold any grudges against him at all. You show
And
love
I
by
have
not
done that.
resenting him.
I don't resent him, Jesse. I don't.
Okay.
Well, I mean, you apparently say I do because I wanted him to be what I wanted him to be.
Yeah.
But
It's
but I
not
think I'm
about him,
hoping
it's about you. All of your problems
it's
are
about me.
inside you, and he has nothing to do with it at all. No
Just like what
outside
I wanted
source.
from him, right?
No,
Yeah.
hold on a minute, Selena. No outside source has anything to do with the way you think and feel. It's happening on the inside of you, not outside of you. It's in your mind.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
What a mess. Selena,
Yes, Jesse.
let me ask, and I want you to
Uh-huh.
respond to this.
Uh-huh.
All self-concerns will keep you out of the kingdom. What do you say to that?
I agree because Jesse, you saying that experience that I've had as far as that's concerned, you're right. You're right. I've always self concerns. I'm always stressed. Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Amazing. All self-concerns will keep you out of the kingdom of heaven.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so just calm down and just watch those thoughts. Don't think about tomorrow or yesterday. Have a way to see it. Just simply live your life.
Yes. Thank you, Jesse. Thank you. I think I'm on the path because
Yeah, you are.
I'm letting stuff go. I just hate that I haven't even talked about these things. I've been doing what you say is just that to repeat them when they already happened so you can understand, but I don't talk about these things or even, care anymore. I just want to know if I'm doing that right.
Yeah, you are.
But it's just like when you talk about it, when you talk about it, look how I was getting all into it, and I let that stuff go because that happened so long ago, except for this court stuff.
But you're still holding it in your heart.
Holding it, yeah, because now I'm just like, oh.
Yeah. Drop the anger.
Another problem because I've been doing so good. I haven't had any, I'm just living life and now boom, court. Like, why? Come on. I just want to be left alone. I don't bother you or nothing.
But see, now you're back into it again.
Yep, there I go.
You're going right back into the thoughts about it.
Okay.
You don't understand yet that all thoughts are lies and they keep pulling you in. Why you got to go to court? Just leave me alone. All I want to do is have life. Whatever. Have a way
and
to
just
see.
go and just go and just let it. Yeah.
See what happens.
Yep. Okay. Let
So,
me work on that. Yep.
right. So when the thoughts come
And
up again.
be quiet and still when I have one. Just.
Yes.
And I guess, Jesse, so that's working on me then.
Yes. The problem with you is not with anyone else but you. Everybody else have their own problems and no one is to blame but them for having their own problems. But they have them because they want them. And so let people live the way they want to. You just don't judge them and you live your life, all right?
Yep.
Amazing.
Yep. Yes, Jesse, even if it is the kids, because it's the kids. I don't have any control over them either.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right?
Yes, thank you, Jesse.
All right, let me hear from you again.
Definitely.
Right. Stay out of those thoughts, Selena.
Yes, yep.
Okay?
Yes, Jesse.
All right.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Selena, do you understand that all of your problems, those thought problems you're having are inside of you? And nobody
I do, Jesse. I agree.
Nobody else
Yes,
is to
I
blame
do.
but you because you're listening to them.
Yep.
All right.
I do. Yep, I do. I agree totally.
Okay. Well, stay with it and you will be fine, all right?
Yes, thank you.
All right. Let me know how it goes.
I will. I'm calling back.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye now. Let me go to North Carolina and talk to a first-time caller. Aixa.
Yes,
Aixa. You are on the air.
Yes.
First-time caller.
Hi. Yes. Hi, Jesse. How are you?
All is well. Amazing.
Amazing. Oh, it's so awesome to be talking to you this morning on Monday, Female Day.
Rainy days
I'm
and
super
Mondays.
excited. I'm trying to get my heart to calm down and breathe. Can I answer the biblical question for today?
Jesus said to deny yourself. What does that mean?
Okay, since I have become a listener of yours for about, I say, 8 months, I can say that what he's trying to say is what you had on church this past weekend, that there is no you. Basically saying that you have to believe that there is no you at all. Drop everything.
Amazing.
Okay?
Yes.
I am so excited talking to you. Ooh.
And I'll put my 2 cents in on Sunday. Thank you for responding to that biblical question.
Yes. And I will see you on Sunday. Well, not see you, but I will hear it on TV.
Yes.
On Sunday.
Absolutely.
Can I ask you one more thing?
Yes.
Since I've been like I said, this is my first time, and I've been so scared at the same time, but at the same time, I was like, you know what? Today's the day. I'm going to let go of that fear.
Yeah.
And just go talk to Jesse today.
Right on.
So I'm like, ooh, I'm overcoming this body. No, I want to tell you something. Like 8 months ago, I knew there was still something wrong with me, but I couldn't put the finger in it. Like, I could not figure it out.
Right.
But then I heard you talking about this anger.
Yes.
And I had it. Oh, my goodness, I had it. I still see it. I'm getting where I'm seeing it more and more. Like,
right
I'm seeing it, and I'm not doing nothing about it.
Yes.
And letting it pass through me. And let me tell you, it has changed. I'm seeing the world through a different eyes, and it's amazing. It's scary, but it's amazing.
Yes, it is amazing.
It is amazing. Church last Sunday was so good that I wanted to slap my mama.
The fellowship is always amazing. I love those fellowships.
I'm telling you,
yeah.
I cannot get enough. I'm like, this is what church is supposed to be like.
Yes, absolutely.
Real church is supposed to be like.
Absolutely. Did you go and forgive your mother?
Yes, I did. And I did not walk. I ran.
And how did she respond?
I ran.
How did she respond?
She responded okay.
Nice.
She wasn't, she knew something, but she wasn't upset or anything.
Right on.
But I can tell you that I got set free from that.
Yes, absolutely.
It was definitely...
Salvation is about a return to the Father. All who are born of the mother must be born again of the Spirit of the Father.
Yes, and I saw that as soon as I could see my anger. God allowed me to see that anger inside of me.
Yes.
And woo, that was something. Now I've been struggling, but it's not bad. I mean, I can see it. I see the struggle, but Sunday's church was so good that God has really allowed me to see the not me.
Yes.
And that's amazing.
That is amazing. And if you stay with it, you haven't seen anything yet. And it is working. Yes. God is with you. Don't let the devil or any other human being tell you that it's not working. You stay with it, stay with it, and stay with it. This is your life. That's
right. And that is what I'm trying to live my life now.
That's right.
It is awesome. Thank you, Jesse. It was nice talking to you.
Let me ask.
And,
let me ask a question.
Go ahead.
All self-concern will keep me out of the kingdom. What do you say to that?
I say to that, I was trying to think on that yesterday when you said it, and I said, that means that you have no worries, no thoughts, so you don't have to concern yourself with nothing. And you just stay present and live.
That's amazing.
Is that amazing?
That is amazing.
Yes.
What now?
That's what I think too.
Right on.
It is. And you know what? Everybody calls me crazy. I don't care.
That's what the crazy
Because I
people
know-
will do. Crazy people will call
I know-
sane people crazy.
Yeah, I'm telling you, because I was in turmoil for all my life.
Yeah.
And I thought I was walking with God, and I was not. And
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, this is what I've been missing right here.
Right on.
And everybody's been calling me crazy, but I don't care. I just keep going.
That's right. Just wish
I just
them
keep
well,
going.
but don't get mad at them. Just wish them
That's
well
right.
and live your life.
Yes, and I have been noticing that how you say it, keep it to yourself, because people do get that darkness, sees that light, and it don't like it
That's right.
at all.
Absolutely.
It does not like it at all. So I just keep going and let God keep cleaning all the darkness in me.
Right on.
So-
Amazing. I got to run because of time, but it was amazing to hear from you. You stay with it. Stay with it. Stay with it, all right?
Me too. Yes, thank you, Jesse.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Amazing. Bye now. I realized something. What the? That the spirit of evil, the devil inside of human beings, all human beings until you overcome him, knows how to dress himself up. They know exactly, because human beings are possessed with evil spirits, right? In the mind and the body, in the mind that affects the body. And they know how to dress up. They know how to dress you up with their evil. And I've noticed that the spirit of evil give you the right but wrong personality, how to act and what to say and what to do. And it's interesting to see that, because I had not noticed that before. But the devil knows how to dress up, to put on a showcase personality in all people. It knows how to present to you exactly what you need to see to deceive you. And then I've noticed that the more religious the people are, the greater disguise they wear. The devil disguises religious people in ways that is mind-blowing. But he disguises all people until you overcome him. So what I suggest you do, there are so many suggestions, but I'm going to give you one simple one right now. And when you can catch yourself, when you can catch it, in that very moment, it starts to change. And once you catch it and it starts to change, you will never go back to it again. Never go back to it again. But you got to catch it. So here's a first suggestion for you, for those who want to be free. When you're going on and on and on in a conversation, blah, 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 on and on in a conversation, when you're about to think that you're about to teach somebody about God, or go on a corner and preach, whatever they do, whether secular or atheist or religious or whatever. I want to encourage you to catch yourself right in the middle of the conversation and just stop. When you're going on and on and on, just stop. Whether it's in the one-on-one conversation in your family, your friends, at a party, walking down the road, wherever. Catch yourself and shock the devil. And the reason I encourage you to do that, because once you catch it, you'll find that you have less to say. All right? Just a little food for thought for those men and women around the world who want to wake up. And there are men and women around the world who want to wake up. Now, human beings are evil to the core, and they want to wipe you out. They want to wipe you off the map, because that's what evil does. Evil, if you notice, evil people judge evil people. And the evil people that are doing the judges want to wipe you off the map. They're so wicked. They ain't going to pray for you. They don't want you to exist. Darkness judges darkness, and darkness hate the light. Let me go to Samson out of Ohio. Samson, you are on the air.
Hello, how are you doing today? I just wanted to say something about the person called Chad the Builder. I don't necessarily agree with
what is that?
His Chad the Builder.
Oh, he built houses?
No, he was a person that was on YouTube, I believe, and doing some videos about.
Oh, I'm being told it was Chud.
Chud, yeah.
Not Chad.
Chud the Builder.
And he doesn't build houses.
Yeah, that's right. He doesn't do that.
He doesn't build apartment buildings either.
No.
Okay. So I am familiar with him. He is the guy that, according to the report, he goes around somewhere in Texas or somewhere, and he asks black people about the N-word, right?
Well, that's one of the things that he does.
In Tennessee, I'm told.
Yeah, that's one of the things that he does do. I don't necessarily support his, sometimes his choice in language or some of the things that he goes out and does. But I do need to say that, he does have a good point in having the right of freedom of speech. And, to be able to, talk about things that are a problem. There was a video the other day where it was on Facebook where he says, people have the right to say, to people that are notorious, we don't want your trouble in our neighborhoods. They have the right.
But let me ask, is it true that, and according to reports, that he goes up to the blacks in their area, or wherever they are, and does he just call them that word, the N-word?
I've seen a few videos where, he does cross that line, and he does do that.
So he does go over to the black person, and he calls them the N name, right? N-word name.
Yeah.
And what's the purpose of doing that? Let me ask, do you agree with him doing that?
No, I do not.
So what's his reason or purpose of doing that?
I believe to some degree a part of it might be because of all the other videos that have been made by, of course, not made notorious on the media, black people, where they show other black people going over to white people and purposely, doing or saying something to provoke them. I believe that to some degree he's basically trying to do to them what they've been putting all over Facebook as well as.
But should we do to others what they do to us, or should we pray for them?
Should pray for them instead.
And so why is he doing it? And I hope to interview him one day, but why is he doing that? What good is coming from that?
Well, I don't currently see anything truly good coming from it, but, I mean...
And should we tempt one another to anger?
I'm sorry, what?
Should human beings tempt one another to become angry?
I don't believe that should be the method used.
So you don't agree with what, is it Chud?
Chud. Like that, yeah.
Chud.
Yeah.
You don't agree with what he's doing, or you disagree with it, or?
Well, in general, I do disagree, you could say, but people do have a right to say something about, the problems that come from the black community.
Right. You're absolutely right. If you want to disagree with the problem, especially if the problems are affecting you, and you want to disagree with it, I totally agree with that. But I don't know if you're supposed to go out, and I haven't seen them yet, so I don't know what. It look like I may have seen one. Somebody, my producer, someone showed me, but you're not supposed to deliberately go out to try to hurt anyone, because what you have then are two devils fighting with one another, and that's what evil want you to do. It wants you to fight. Am I wrong?
That is correct, yes.
And so I heard that this Chud was arrested. Is he still in jail?
Yeah, I heard that too. They're trying to convict him of homicide, and I believe convict him possibly of about 62 years.
How many years?
About 62, I think.
Oh. So is he still in jail or he's out?
Right at this moment, I'm not exactly sure.
Nick, what happened? Did he shoot somebody? I'm not sure, so I don't know. Nick knows a little bit more about it. Nick of the Anchor Baby show. What happened? Do you know what happened? Been reported to have happened?
Well, last I heard his bond was set at like $1 million plus, and so that's
his bond for doing what?
And that is because he got into an altercation with someone allegedly that turned into shooting.
Oh,
so he was out. He says that he was out, and that someone either recognized him, started calling out to him. He began speaking to the person. He says that this individual then started saying, if you start doing the chimp out stuff to me, I'm going to punch you. And then he did punch him. And then that's when the Chud, the builder guy, he says he shot him. And also shot himself by accident.
So I'm being told he is in jail right now. That's from WKRN News 2.
And I got what I got from him. That was just what he alleged in the video when he was talking to police.
So what do you think about Nick? So he's going over to the blacks, and he calling he using the N-word, right? To see what they think about it, or what?
Are you asking me?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's kind of what he does. Goes around and he's like has conversations with people, but people recognize him. He's like a known user of the N-word, so it quickly usually turns into, hey, I don't like that you do that, and he says, well, I'm going to do it anyways, and if you don't like it, I'm going to say it to you right now to your face.
That's we have the soundbite from WKRN News 2. Samson, just hold on, don't hang up. I'm going to come back to you. I want to play this soundbite about his arrest out of Tennessee. So that's soundbite 14.3a, Nick.
Ready.
Okay.
Some breaking news to tell you about the social media influencer known as Chud the Builder is now facing an attempted murder charge after a shooting today outside the Montgomery County Courthouse. Deputies say Dalton Etherly, better known as social media as Chud the Builder, was involved in a fight leading to gunfire. Both men were hospitalized. Deputies just arrested Etherly, charging him with attempted murder, aggravated assault, and reckless endangerment with a deadly weapon. Tonight, he's being held in the Montgomery County Jail.
Amazing. That report was from May 13, 2026. Samson, what do you say about that?
Well, It makes me think about the case about the Ukrainian woman who came here from Ukraine and got stabbed on that train. I believe it was in North Carolina, and how they're basically trying to keep the person who did it to her from having to stand trial for it. I sort of think about that, and I compare it, and I say to myself, they seem like they're going really hard on him, but on this other character, they're going a lot softer, trying to put it off. And, to some degree, that doesn't seem right to me.
It's Chud. Is it Chud? Yeah. Chud. Is he white?
Yes, he's white.
And he's been accused of shooting at a black person?
Yeah. And
Chud ain't never getting out of jail.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna let him. White people are not allowed to do that to black people, but black people are allowed to do that to white people and get away with it.
Yeah, that's what happened to that Ukrainian woman.
Right, that was stabbed in the neck, according to the report.
Yeah. They're still saying that he's incompetent to stand trial.
Right, because black people in America, I'm repeating myself, but they are allowed to hurt or do whatever they want to the whites. But if it's the other way around, white people ain't never getting out of jail. Poor Chud, he ain't never going to get out of jail. He was attacking white people and accused of using the N-word. Ain't no way. He's not going to get out, Samson.
This is definitely not racial equality, as far as I'm concerned.
No, equal justice under the law in America does not apply to white people. In their own country. What a mess, huh?
Yeah, it sure is. And the thing is definitely in general need, not the way this person has done it, but we need more people in general to be willing to speak the truth about what is really going on here in the States. As you may know, I'll give an example. As you may know, Walmart had made a report recently about how they're going to start the process of totally removing the self-checkout areas. One of their reports I read, they make the claim that the primary reason is for better customer service experience. Now, I know that the real reason why they're doing this is because the measures that they've taken previously, particularly in the black neighborhoods, haven't worked in them losing money from them shoplifting.
Yeah, they leave in Chicago for that, according to the report, and we reported on it. They'll leave in Chicago for that same reason. It's too much theft and too much violence, and their lives, the workers' lives, are at risk.
Yeah, it's ridiculous when even a whole company feels like they have to not truly be honest about why they're doing this major change, because they have to worry about being labeled racist and then being sued and all the rest of those things happening to them. So they make a report saying, it's not because of that. It's more because we just want to provide our customers with a better experience. There's
a mess.
There's also another report that came out recently on the fast food restaurants. They're going to start the process of supposedly making it eventually so that you cannot actually sit in and eat anymore.
Sit in where?
The fast food restaurants, like
you can't
McDonald's.
Sit in the restaurant.
They said that they're thinking about starting that process of making it so that you can't do that.
I don't blame them. It's too much of a risk now. But do you realize, Samson, that the United States government and these organizations and these religious groups, they want people doing this. They want people fighting. They want the fear, and they want the animosity between the people, because as long as the people act that way, they get power and money, and they use the people's actions to get power and money for themselves. And because the average person doesn't have self-control, they end up doing what these people want them to do. It's a setup. Because if they didn't want it, Samson, they would put the police back on the streets. They would load up the prisons. They would bring back bail bonds. But they want you fighting. They want you afraid of one another. It brings in money and power for them.
Good little poems. Yep.
Amazing. Well, one last question. Though you and I don't know for sure, do you think that Chud will ever get out of jail for what he's been accused of? Especially if he was using that N-word and he was saying that to the blacks. Do you think, and he's white, allegedly he's white, right? He's white, Nick?
Yeah.
Do you think he's going to ever get out of jail?
Well, I'll have to say I am extremely doubtful.
Me too. I could be wrong. Maybe he will get out. But I was told that he couldn't even bail himself out of jail.
Yeah. I'm extremely doubtful. I believe that to some degree a focus is on making an example out of him rather than serving real justice.
Are you white, Samson?
Yes, I am.
And do you live in fear?
In fear of what exactly?
In fear of being called racist or being attacked by the blacks or any of those type of things. Do you have fear of those things?
At this point in my life, I mean, as much as it may sound terrible, I've actually gotten used to having to deal with those things. They don't bother me like they used to.
And so do you live in fear?
No, I do not at this point.
You're not afraid of being called racist or being attacked by a black?
No.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I know that sounds terrible, but I've been dealing...
How does it sound terrible? That you don't have fear does not sound terrible. That's the right way. You're not supposed to have fear.
Well, I mean, what I mean by that is at one point I was, more, how do I put this, more considerate of other people and other groups. But as time went by, I sort of became more and more focused on, making sure I'm okay and sort of not, as prioritizing others as I used to. So,
do you love the blacks?
In general?
No, do you love the blacks?
Yes, I do.
Nice.
But I can't agree with, especially with the liberal part of them, what direction they're going in.
Right. No, you don't have to live with them or agree with them, but your responsibility, if you're of love, is to love even your enemy. But that doesn't mean you got to play with them. You just don't hate them.
When I was growing up, I had some of them as friends growing up. My mom even supported them. So they were a part of my life. So, yeah. But at the same time, though, that doesn't obligate me, nor do I agree with this direction that they're going in.
Did they work on your plantation?
Oh, no. I was born in the North.
Oh, were they your housemates? No, I'm playing. I'm just playing, Samson. I'm joking.
More like my neighbors in other apartments, and we play in the same same playgrounds.
No, I know. I'm just messing around. You're black. Thank you, Samson.
Have yourself a good day.
You too, buddy. 888-77-JESSE. Let me go to Fritz out of Florida. Fritz, you are on the air.
Hey, how you doing, Jesse?
All is well, sir.
Nice. Yeah, I just wanted to comment on that Chud, the builder guy.
Yes.
Yeah, honestly, what he got, he deserved, because you're honestly provoking people. And then, too, I feel as though he should have took that energy and gave it to the white people, like the white men, because white men are soft nowadays.
They're what?
So instead of him, they're soft.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So instead of him going to the blacks, I think he should have just went to the white boys and like, hey, why y'all so soft, or stop being cowardly, or,
Yeah.
like that. Because you're not going to get anywhere with the blacks. You're not, there's nothing good going to come out of it. You provoking them and saying nigga. I didn't really care about the nigga part.
You can't say,
It's just a word.
don't you say nigga rah-rah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Nigga rah-rah.
All right.
Oh, my bad. I didn't know we can't. Okay.
Yeah.
But,
I don't care, but according to the rules of the FAA or somebody. But you can say nigga rah-rah, but don't say the other word. But go ahead.
Oh.
The FCC
But
don't
yeah.
want you to say that. Somebody. But go ahead.
Oh, okay. Okay, they'll get in trouble. Okay, yeah. But no, yeah, him going to the blacks, calling them the N-word, it really wasn't going to do anything. I think he was just doing it to practice his free speech, to show that, hey, us white people do still have free speech, which is awesome. I mean, do your thing. But he went at the wrong people. He really should have went to the white men. Because, white men are a little, they're not even lenient anymore. They're just very, weak or cowardly right now. They don't stand up for themselves.
I'm being told that Chud would say that you believe in free speech. And so he was doing it. I haven't seen him say this, and I don't know. I'm just repeating what I'm being told right now. But is that free speech to be able to go over to the blacks as a white man and say that to them? Is that free speech?
Yes, of course. Because the blacks call each other, black people are called black people the worst of the worst.
I know, yeah.
That white man calling blacks the N-word is like, it's nothing, to be honest, compared to what black people call each other, degrade each other, insult. I'm talking about like you're nothing. So for the blacks to get a rise at the white man calling them the N-word, I mean, come on, guys. Black people call each other the N-word in a nice way, in a bad way. So I don't understand why a white boy or whoever else would come into your community calling you the same words that you call each other. It's crazy, and it's very childish.
Why do you think that blacks pretend to get angry when white people say it, whereas they say that word all the time to each other, and especially when they're mad at you and hate you, they use that word all the time. Why do they pretend to be mad because the white person uses it?
They just want to, honestly, they just want to, how should I say it, what? Be involved, or, I don't know, some weird, honestly, I really don't know. It doesn't make any sense.
Right.
Look at the songs that they make and listen to.
Yeah.
And if you really look at it, when these black artists, rappers, have concerts, the majority, most people that's in their concert front and center are white people. They're the ones that's like paying most of the, buying most of the tickets and all that. I'm not saying black people don't come out and show out, but majority of them are young white kids singing word for word, every bad word, whatever the lyrics are, they're saying it. There's no problem there. But as soon as they leave the concert, now they want to be free and continue saying the N-word. It's a problem. So that don't make no sense. So,
well, the reason that the blacks pretend to be angry at the white people when they say it, because they're really not angry about it at all.
They're not angry.
But they pretend because evil people like controlling other people. And so, and so they say it in order to control white people. And then they get a thrill from controlling white people and seeing white people reaction to them and that word. So it's all about control. It's not about they really, really care that the white man used the word. They don't care at all.
I mean, blacks now are literally the bullies of this country right now.
Yeah.
The bullies. And it really saddens me and I love white people. I love white men. You understand?
Yeah.
I mean, they're just amazing, especially when I'm short. And, especially the tall white men, they cool as hell. But to see a tall white man scared and, you know what I'm saying, like weak like that, especially when they're walking with their little ladies, it's like, wow, that's a sad sight to see for me.
But it got to get worse. Like, and All the white people have to do is look at South Africa, what the blacks have done to them over there, and look at what's happening in Europe right now, what is happening to the white people. And that's what's happening here. And I try to tell the whites they're under genocide right now. And it's only going to get worse because they are afraid. And then when they do come out and stand up, they do it with anger.
Yeah.
And whenever you fight with anger, you're going to overreact. And then they're going to say, see, the white man is angry, he's fighting, he's doing this. You have to fight with love and not with hate.
I think white people got a lot of love. It's just right now they just putting it on pause or layaway or something like that. Because I don't know what's going on. I really do wish them well, though, and they get back to being strong, confident, and not afraid to say whatever the heck they want. So,
amazing.
But that, I'll leave you with that.
Thank you, Fritz. Good to hear from you, man.
You too. You guys be safe out there.
All right. I want to know your thoughts on these moments from the Unite the Kingdom rally. A guy by the name of Gunther Elderman, Eagleman on X. At the Unite the Kingdom rally, brave women stormed the stage and publicly ripped off their burkas in a powerful stand against Islamic oppression. Watch this from X. What do you think about that, Anchor Baby, that bravery?
Was that a
all
white
those
lady?
Brave women, huh?
Was that a white lady?
Both of them seem to be white.
They looked like their clothes that they're wearing made me think like that was the first time they wore a burqa.
Well, I think
you know what I'm saying?
I think it was they had the burqa on in a meeting of protesters. I may be wrong.
So they're not even Muslim?
No. They were in your face, I guess, trying to get back at the Allah people who were protesting against them.
So they did a feminist thing at the Unite the Kingdom thing?
Apparently.
And it's not even like a really like actual Muslims going against Islam. So it's just
it looked like now I could be reading this wrong. Am I right there? They were trying to get back at the Muslim people for protesting them. Right. It's supposed to be a powerful, according to this report, and I don't know if it's true or not, powerful stand against Islamic oppression.
No, to answer your question, I don't think it's brave.
That's not bravery at all. That's a thrill. They did that to get a thrill. There was nothing brave about that at all. I want to show you a video where, because some people I ask, I hear it a lot now, more than over the last few years. I'm hearing it more and more now, not only from non-black people, but from blacks as well. And they want to know, why do black people love to fight in public? I hear it all the time now because it's happening all the time now. Hardly a day goes by where you don't hear or see some fight by blacks in the public. Whether it's on a cruise, whether it's at a cafe now, a basketball game, football game, prom, just walking down the road, at the beach. And the people ask, well, why do the blacks love to fight in public? And not all, but most. I tell them no, because the heart is wicked. The heart is evil. They have no love. And if you don't love all, you love none, and they don't love themselves. and their mother and their fathers don't love them. That's why they fight. And it's gotten worse, evil gotten worse. It'll get worse with you if you don't overcome, but it definitely get worse with every generation until a generation or a person say, you know what, I'm not being a part of evil anymore. It ends for you right then and there. Here's a video of a chaotic scuffle among adults at a high school graduation ceremony. And this happened in New Orleans, Louisiana. Watch this from X.
That's a real bitch.
Just think about this. These are adults, according to a report, at a high school graduation. These are black people carrying on that way, fighting. Don't you know that's because the heart is evil? They hate the white man, so they hate themselves. They blame it on the white people, not seeing what's going on within themselves. Not understanding that the heart is wicked. They're fighting because they're evil. They're fighting because they are themselves. And as long as you are you, these are just examples of what you're going to end up with. It had nothing to do with racism, nothing to do with male or female, nothing to do with the lack of. It has everything to do with the wickedness of the heart. No love. At a high school graduation, who fight on a cruise? The blacks do. Who fight at a high school graduation? The blacks do. And there is no excuse except that the heart is wicked. No love. And you think that when you hear the so-called black politicians and others, the so-called educated blacks speaking, they act like they're looking out for the blacks, but they're not. They're looking out for themselves. Greed. They don't love one. This is how they treat one another. So white people, you don't need to worry. They're not treating each other well either. And the one thing you can bank on, what you do to others, you're doing it to yourself. It comes right back on you. It's happening to you as you're doing it to others. This video shows a chaotic fight at a Nashville area graduation. Watch this from X. This is at a graduation. Party time. Congratulations, you just finished high school or college. Isn't that amazing? According to this report, user on X said it proved people can't control their emotions and push for homeschooling. Quick break. When will you stop being you? When will you leave the battlefield and live your life? And stop fighting with the devil outside of you, inside of others, and inside of you. If not now, when? Of yourself, you can do nothing. You can't even protect yourself. You're not safe on your own, physically or spiritually. And I don't care how many guns you have in your house or on you, you're still not safe. You still need a protector. I want to show you just a couple examples, but there are so many more, it's not even funny, of what evil look like, what vain and vanity look like, what is an example of evil. And these are like perfect examples, but even when you judge yourself or others, when you think negatively of yourself and others and or others, you're evil. It's in the mind. Evil is committed in the mind. It's not in the action itself, because without the thought, you can never carry out the act. If you notice, everything you do, everything you feel, first come a thought. But you're not paying attention to see that. And because you're not paying attention, then come the feelings of depression, of loneliness, of stress, of worry, of the past, of the future, suicidal thoughts, murder, raping, whatever. You have the thought first. And that's what the problem is. Your thoughts are not your own. Your thoughts are not from God. They're of your father, the devil. Resist them, and they will flee from you. Resist them, and they will flee from you. I want to give you a couple examples, and then I get back to your calls and super chats of vanity and evil. It has nothing to do with the physical. It's all spiritual. It's of evil, not of good. Grok. A video shows a young man in a prom suit fanning a thick wad of cash and posing for the camera. Watch this from X. He's been set up to fail in life. If this is what they say it is. They say he had money in his hands and posing for the camera and going to the prom. And the devils on the sideline applaud him. Right on, Satan. Right on, son of Satan. Being applauded by the devil. And the feeling that he's getting from that is evil. And he's been set up to fail. The world lied to you. There's no truth in the world. They lied to you. That's why you gotta, as an adult, male or female, you're responsible for you and no one else is. You are responsible for your own spiritual life. And you can't even imagine what a spiritual life is, so don't go into your imagination about that. Don't be talking about, oh, I'm spiritual. I'm spiritual. No, you're not. If you got to say it, then you're not. Because you don't know what it is if you're saying it. What the? Here's another video that shows a young black woman in a gold gown making a dramatic celebrity-style entrance down from a red carpet in her house, complete with cash stacks, dancing, and family filming. Watch this from X. Amazing, huh? Setting those young people up to fail in life because they're going to want more and more and more of that as they get older. And when they don't have that, Satan would tell them, oh, Lord, you don't have that anymore. Your life is not worth living. Or go out and steal it. Or get high. Or take some psychedelic drug so you can be thinking that you're in heaven. The world set us up, including our own parents, to fail in life. And you hear this devil's on the side applauding it, encouraging emotions. And all emotions are evil. And that's going to get worse because now that other young people have seen it, and this gal, if this is real, has gotten the thrill from it, now what are you going to do next to dress up, or what's the next thrill you're going to do to get an even better feeling than that? Oh, she walked the red carpet down the house with money all over her and doing this. I got to take it a little beyond that. Or next prom, I don't want to do it that way anymore. I need some more than that. Enough is never enough for the children of evil. You must return to the Father, for it's a spiritual battle. Lay your weapon down and leave the battlefield, and the war will be over. The fight will end as soon as you leave. And it's unfortunate that the parents do this to their own children. Your parents don't love you. Your mama don't like you, and she likes everyone. Your mama don't like you. Your mama hates you. Your mama is about mama. Mama got a bigger thrill than that gal did if she got a mama. It's all for mama. It's never for you. Mama don't have love, and her love is not special. You got to return to the Father. It's unfortunate, but this is what happens in families, and then they blame it on something else. Oh, it's due to the lack of opportunities, they say, or Jim Crow, or somebody did something, or something happened outside that made you do it. No, it's happening inside of you. Everything that's wrong with you is in you and not outside of you. But you look outside, and it's going to get worse. I saw this. Oh, no, I don't know if I've seen that. I don't think my producer showed me this. He told me about this video. This, apparently there was a white guy over in Texas. Well, let me just show it to you. From Grok and click to Houston. This is out of Angleton, Texas. A Texas County attorney named Michael Phillips was held in contempt of court during a 3-week child custody trial. And they say, I haven't seen it yet, but they say he repeated the so-called N-word. And he received a suspended of 3 days jail sentence and $500 fine. And they're saying that he can avoid both if he submit a written apology by June 30th. What the? Here is this from the Shade Room. Here is apparently what happened. This video shows the activists and others attacking Michael for what he said in court. Watch it from Hype Plus.
You call a black woman in the word, call me that.
No, call me that.
I dare you to do it, and I swear for God, I'll make you taste the ancestors.
Me too.
As people continue to react to the news surrounding online streamer Chud the Builder's recent arrest, another moment involving the N-word is starting to go viral. According to reports, at the top of May, a Texas attorney by the name of Michael Phillips would use the N-word several times during an argument at a child custody trial. Local outlets would reveal that Phillips would use the word in front of the opposing attorney, who happened to be a black woman, so much that the judge over the case would have no choice but to find him in contempt. Now, from the looks of the alleged transcript, Phillips would end up using the word a total of 10 times during this exchange. And in one particular moment, he would even go on to say, "I can say N-word for you too. N-word, 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 N-word." I mean... Now, for the use of the word, Phillips would end up being given the option of 3 days in jail and a $500 fine, or file a written apology to the now identified attorney, Brenda DeRowan, and a separate written apology to the court. Fast forward to Monday, it appears that local activist Quanell X and Dr. Candice Matthews would take time to pull up on Phillips to let him know that that type of language will not be tolerated.
I want to hear what Hake and the anchor baby think about that incident right there. Isn't that something? I really want to hear. This is so interesting to me. And I want to know how y'all see it. Here's the full encounter. And it ended with Michael's response. Watch this from X.
Oh, here we go. So, Mr. right here. Yeah, that's your ass.
So you the one
I
like
want
saying
you the
N-word,
one
right?
like call people Call me a Call me one.
I bet you won't call in front of a black man like
I bet
that.
you won't call
In
me
fact,
no
let me help you. You call a black woman in the word, call me that.
No, call me that.
I dare you to do it, and I swear for God, I'll make you taste the ancestors.
Me too.
You a coward. Call that black woman the N-word. You a real coward,
Why
man.
would you
We'll
do
catch you
that?
inside.
Now, go ahead.
Go right ahead.
Go ahead.
I guarantee you wouldn't do it in front of me.
Come on.
I know. In fact, I know you won't. Say the N-word in front of me.
Come on. Go on in there.
And I guarantee you'll taste everything for the ancestors.
Go on in
Say
there.
it. Say it in front of me. I dare you to say it.
What is your name?
It's Quanell X, but you'll learn it real well today.
Yeah.
Say it. I bet you won't say N-word in my face. See, you talk to black women like that by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You intimidate black women by themselves. But a black man, you won't open your goddamn mouth. I dare you to say it.
With that hearing aid.
I dare you to say it.
With that hearing aid in your ear and shit. Get your old ass in there. Run around here with your bald head ass, you old spot liver face looking but ain't playing with you.
Sir, would you like to make a comment about what you said or about what happened?
I'm not allowed to make a comment at the present.
So, was you making a statement online or anything like that?
Who are you?
Well, they say that he couldn't comment because he was held in contempt of the court. And he was fined $500. They wanted him to, according to reports, I don't know. They wanted him to apologize by submitting a letter. Submit a written apology. What the? What do you think about that, Anchor Baby? Expert here on the JLP show.
So I was actually reporting on this story yesterday.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, and so the guy was presiding over this like family court thing, and it's like a child custody case, something like that. And so the attorney representing the opposing side is this black woman, and they didn't really say this in the video, but I mean, according to him, his side of the story is that he wasn't like using it against her or at anybody. He was just saying that the opposing side was using the N-word a whole bunch, and he thinks that the judge should do something about it. It's offensive language, et cetera. That's according to him, and so that he didn't mean it like how they're saying. That's according to him.
Really?
So what I think about it, I mean, again,
that's amazing.
No transcript is out, and I looked for it again this morning because of the story. That video we played made it sound like there was some official transcript out, but I haven't seen anything like that. I have seen that image they showed myself, the alleged transcript, and if you read it, it says it looks like a altercation between two. It looks like this woman Ms. DeRuin, didn't like that he said the N-word at some point. It's not clear. And then she's like, feels good. That's what it reads here. Feels good, don't it? Feels good. And he's saying, can I get a word in edgewise here? And then at one point, it sounds like he even maybe got a little heated. It was like, I'll say N-word for you. I can say N-word for you. I'll say it. N-word, 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 N-word. If this is alleged, right? Again, I mean, so we don't know what happened, but it doesn't seem like what they're saying it is.
Amazing. And what are you saying about a hake? Were you familiar with the story for today?
Not really.
Oh, okay.
I was remiss. I didn't catch that section of the
I listened
Anchor
to
Baby.
Anchor Baby show, but I probably missed it. It sounded like I missed that part, too.
Yeah. I must have been outside.
I must have been in vain. Okay.
It just shows that black people hate white people. The whole eruption over the N-word is black people harbor a whole lot of hatred, and they're easily triggered, and they're projecting their hatred on the white man.
What would make somebody go down to the courthouse if they weren't already there, or be at the courthouse and go and attack this man because he used the word in that manner, cussing him out? I dare you, I'm gonna make you taste slavery or whatever he said, or ancestor. Where's the love in that?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Let's say that this man said those words and they are wrong. And then the other people saw that. Where's the love in that? How did they help this man by getting in his face and carrying on like that? Calling him name and attacking him. And where's the love in that? Who is worse? The man who said the word or the people who are attacking the man for saying the word, allegedly? This is hell on earth.
I thought that woman was Frederica Wilson.
I thought it was too. It did look like her.
It's a younger woman.
Really?
Yeah. Internet personality.
Where's the love in that, though? There's no love in that. How about loving your enemy, loving your brother, loving your neighbor as yourself, loving God first? The way that black guy and that black woman treated this man was nothing but pure hatred.
I know. And they think they're setting a good example.
It was so wicked, it would make you feel for the white man.
Right.
What a mess.
Just nasty.
Let's say the white man was wrong, quote unquote. Let's just say it but let's say the man was totally wrong. Whatever you may not say it. But you're going to feel for him because of the way Satan's children are attacking him.
Yep.
And the man, he just standing there, poor white man.
It felt like those blacks were putting on a show.
It sure did. All drama. I realized that all human beings, until they overcome, think that words have power. And I really noticed that when I listened to the recent shows of you guys, you and the Anchor Baby Hake, and I realized that people think the words have power. And in these particular shows right now, the people are reacting to the so-called N-word. And to hear it, I realized, wow, they really think that words have power. And what I realize is that as long as you are you're going to believe that words have power. And you will be affected by words. Because as long as you are you, and you don't allow yourself to fall to pieces, fall apart, so you don't exist anymore, then you're going to believe that words have power. And so I noticed that with the N-word, I'm like, wow, what is it about this that's making the people react to that word? And so I realized that fallen people are subject to words because children of God are not subject to words at all. Because you got to use words to communicate here on earth with one another. But if you have returned to the Father, then a word is just a communication word that doesn't affect you at all when you are no longer you. And so as long as you're you, you got to think that words have power. And people worship words. They literally worship words. For an example, Christians, religious people, and not just Christians, so I'm saying religious people across the board. They hear the word God. They hear that word God. And they worship God in their mind with the word God. It's like if you write God, the word God on a piece of paper, it's just a word on a piece of paper. But when you think God and you hear about God, you worship God in your mind, and it's just a word. And that's why it doesn't work for you. God doesn't have anything to do with you. There are people who worship Mary, and they pray to Mary. And because with words, they have been told to worship Mary, the Mother of God. And Mary got nothing to do with anything, except she was a virgin and had a baby. For God used her to make a baby. But they worship the word God. They worship the Bible. Somebody told them this book called Bible is the Word of God. And they worship that word, the Bible. And that's all that's all they get from it. It's a worship of words. And they think those words have power because they're in the darkness and cannot see. And so they identify with the words. And words can be hurting, and they are hurting to a lot of people. Words make you feel so-called good or bad. Either feeling, both feelings are wrong. Feelings are wrong. But you feel it because you are you. And so it is so insane to be affected by words. Look how people treat each other using words. And then when you react to the treatment of others who use words against you, you believe you're reacting. You believe they're hurting you because you believe words have power. And as long as there's a you, you're going to believe that, and you will be hurt. The fake you, not the real you, but the fake you will be hurt. And as long as you just believe the word God, or the word Jesus, or the word Mary, or the word N-word, or whatever word that people use against you, or even the word that you're such a nice person, you're a good person, you will always be affected. They'll make you feel good or they'll make you feel bad. And that's why when you return to the Father, you overcome words. And yes, you use words to communicate, but it's just a word that you're using to communicate to one another. With God, when you and God are one, you don't communicate with God with words. Only in the fallen state that you use words. When you are you. And I notice that a lot of people take words as reality. They hear it, they believe it, and it become reality. And I'm like, well, what about this and what about that? And then they get mad when you ask them, what about this and what about that? Because they got to think about what they believe, and they realize what they believe is not real, but they still defend it. What a sad way to live, huh? If you notice, religious people never really truly know God. And not just religious people, but secular people, non-religious people, atheists. The word atheist is just a word, and the person believes that they're an atheist. And they identify as atheists because they're falling for the word or whatever word you believe. You can believe in your pot, your drugs, your sex life, and everything, and you believe it, not knowing that it's just a word, and then you fall for it, and then it has power over you, over the not you, the false you. What a sad way to live. And you're not going to know and understand this until you come out of your prison. And you're never going to get out of prison until you allow the prison to collapse. You got to let it, your whole self collapse, your false self. The false ideas about yourself and others. The ups and down feelings about yourself and others. The worry, the jealousy, the revenge, the drag queen identity, homosexual identity, white, black, Mexican, Jewish identity. Everything got to collapse if you want to walk out of the prison. The preacher identity, the teacher identity, the whatever identity, the drunk identity, the murder identity. You got to let them collapse if you want to be free of words and of the world. Otherwise, you will always think that words have power and they have meanings, and you will react. I've been hearing a lot about, in America now, I'm hearing more and more people who are just like Israel. And so they're telling me that I hear more and more than ever. And when I ask why or they just like Trump, because Trump support Israel, they say. And I was like, so how's that affecting you? Well, he going to war for Israel. And so I'm like, well, how does that affect you? Well, he said he's going to put America first. How is he not putting America first? And they all have answer for that because they tend to all say the same thing. And so they've heard one say it, and so the crowd came. And when I asked for it, what do you mean, how you're being affected, why are you not doing this? They get mad at me. They were just, you're playing dumb. I'm like, well, I am black and slow, so I'm asking for understanding. And they have no understanding. They walk away in anger. But they have the words. And they are affected. They have been affected by those words and don't even know it. The Orthodox religion, I hear more and more about it now. Somebody in that religion have convinced the people they should worship Mary, but they don't call it worship. They call it Mother Mary. They praying to her so that Mother Mary can somebody intercede for them. When Christ said God would send you an interceder, the Holy Spirit, he said, I'm going to send you Mary. But somebody told them with words, using words, well, you should cry about it. On Saturday night, Friday night, we were going to close the doors and turn the lights out and cry over Mary. And they're going to ask Mary to pray on their behalf. When you have a teacher, the Holy Spirit, to pray on your behalf. And somebody using words, but because you're still in you believe that and you do it. Think about that. And you can't convince a person or people who believe in words or think that words have power. You cannot convince them that they're wrong, and don't even try. Because the preacher said it, so it must be true, they say. They believe the word saint because somebody called somebody else a saint. Now they calling everybody a saint. Don't even know what a saint is. Wouldn't recognize a saint if he walked up and smacked them in the face. But it's a word, and they're being affected by the words. They take words as reality, and they stay in hell. Let me go to Levi, our first time call out of Tennessee. Levi, you are on the air.
Hello, Jess.
Hey, Levi.
Hey, I'm doing fine. How are you?
All is well.
Okay, that's cool. Hey, Jess, what do you think about the Trinity and the person of Jesus?
Nothing.
Oh, nothing?
No.
Okay.
What do you think about it?
Okay. The reason why I brought it up, when you think about Jesus, you think about him as the Son of God, right?
No.
All right. God bless you.
He hung up. What the? 888-77. Why he hung up there?
I don't know. I guess he was expecting something else, maybe, but he could have stuck in there a little.
I don't.
You don't believe he's the Son of God?
I don't think about Jesus as the Son of God. I know that Jesus is the Son of God. I know that Jesus and I are brothers. I don't even think about that. Because when you think about it, that's all you have are thoughts. That's what I'm trying to tell you now, Levi. Jesus as a personhood. Who'd have made that kind of language up? The Trinity, and then Jesus as the personhood. Language. And you believe it, and then you repeat it, and all you have is words with no meaning. And it doesn't do anything for you. Let me go to Brady out of Arizona. Thank you all very much. Brady, you are on the air.
Good morning, Jesse. How are you, sir?
All is well, Brady.
Hey, I got a quick Bible question for you today.
Okay.
How are you supposed to love thy enemy when thy enemy is trying to kill you?
By loving God first.
If you follow that philosophy, you're going to meet your maker real quick because they're going to cut your head off because you're a Christian.
And
the Jewish people consider anybody that is not a tetragrammaton believer, which is their God, they call us goyim, which is a cow.
And do you accept how to love your enemy? I told you how. Do you accept that?
You just had that little report that gave of the 36-year-old.
No. I asked you, have you accepted?
None.
Brady. I asked you. You asked me, how do I love my enemy? How do you love your enemy? And I said, to first love God with all your heart, soul, and might. Then you can love your enemy. Do you accept that?
Okay, I believe that what God said is you must take up the sword.
No, Brady. You asked me, how should I love my enemy? I said to love God with all your heart, soul, and might first. Then you can love your enemy. Do you accept that?
That's fine. That's your philosophy. I'm ready to take up my arms.
Do you accept that?
Yes, I accept that's your point.
No, it's not my point. It's God's point. It's not mine at all.
I don't believe that point. I believe that God said you should protect my family and any one of your friends.
Brady, when God said for you to love him first and foremost.
Okay, I'll love him first while I pick up my...
Brady, hold on, Brady.
Go ahead.
When he said to love him first with all your heart, soul, and might, and to love your enemy, do you accept that from God?
Well, is every statement that God made completely correct?
Do you accept, Brady, do you accept that from God?
That's fine. You're supposed to love thy enemy. But
Brady,
I don't Brady.
You asked me a question. I told you how God said to love him with all your heart, soul, and might first, along with nothing or no one else, and then to love your enemy. Do you accept that from God?
Yes, I accept that. That's the way Jesse Lee Peterson
No.
accepts
Brady, I'm telling you, I'm asking you, you want to know how to love your enemy. God told you how to love your enemy by loving him first. Do you accept that?
Okay, I accept that, what you're saying, yes, Jesse.
So, no, do you accept that from God?
He might not have made a correct statement because your head's going to get cut off if you follow that philosophy.
Brady, do you accept that from God?
Yes, I accept it from God, but the way that they've turned it around, you know how they've changed words on this planet.
Do you accept that so do you love God, Brady?
Correct, yes, I love God.
And do you love your enemies?
We just went around and said, my enemy's trying to
Brady,
cut my
do
head
you
off.
love your
I
enemy?
love that person.
Brady, do you love your enemy?
No, they're the same ones that destroyed Christ.
Brady, do you love your enemy?
No.
But then you don't love God.
No, I love God.
No, you don't. God said to love your enemy. How you going to leave that part out?
You're telling me to love the devil?
No, God told you to love your enemy. How you leaving that out?
The enemy is okay. Here's my second Bible question.
But, no, we haven't dealt with the first one yet.
Well, I got a quick one.
No, we haven't dealt with your original one yet.
Okay, let me just ask it for one for tomorrow.
No. Wait a minute. And then she came. Thank you, Brady. I got to run. Nick, who is the one person you miss the most that are not on earth anymore? That is not on earth anymore. The one person you miss the most. And they're no longer on the earth.
I don't think I have anyone like that. Yeah, I don't have anyone. I don't have anyone like that.
No, not one person.
I'm really not. I'm really trying to think of something. I don't have anyone I miss here. Missing on the earth. I don't think I've even had like a major death in the family.
Okay, so there's not one.
I can't think of one.
Who's 32?
Anchor baby.
Oh, that's why he doesn't miss anyone?
Yeah.
Oh. Amazing. Kurt, who is the you on the film there? Who is the one person you miss that's no longer on the earth?
My grandfather.
Oh, yeah?
If anyone.
You miss him?
Yeah. My dad's dad.
Oh. Amazing. How about you, Hake? The one person you miss that's no longer on earth.
And I only get one.
Uh-huh.
It might be my childhood best friend's mother. Because she was like, our whole circle of friends, like a mother type gal.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Your childhood's mother.
Childhood best friend's mother.
Your childhood best friend's mother.
Yeah.
Amazing.
She was friends with my dad. She was like a little bit older than my dad. Because he was a teacher at the same school as she was. And she got in a car accident and died like 10 years ago.
I kind of remember that.
Yeah.
I remember hearing you talk about that when she died.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. And there, who is the one person you miss the most that's no longer on earth? His mama. Oh, that doesn't mean mama, huh? Oh, his grandfather. My producer say he misses his grandfather.
It looks like he put grandfathers.
He has more than one?
Yeah, mother's dad and father's dad.
His grandfather. Amazing. So I was thinking the one person I miss that's no longer on the earth is Prince.
Not Michael, but Prince.
Right.
You are artistic.
Prince. And the reason I miss Prince the most, because he was so talented. He was a good singer, writer, musician, and he was a good actor too.
You know, you asked this question yesterday, and I was thinking about different singers, musicians, in some cases rappers. But I didn't think of Prince.
You would think about...
I was thinking about Elvis, because I think I was looking at like an Elvis... There was an Elvis thing in the sidebar on the YouTube.
Yeah.
And you had asked this question, I was looking right at Elvis. I'm like, darn.
So Elvis was the one you missed the most?
No, I mean, I missed them all. You make me pick one.
All right, just one.
Because I thought of my grandparents, like Kurt and Derek. But yeah,
you miss you miss your grandparents more. You miss Prince. I mean Elvis.
I was thinking of Elvis and Michael Jackson, but no, I thought of all of these people. I couldn't. You making me pick one. I can't just pick one.
Why not?
Well, the one that hurt most was my Mrs. Jansen.
Mrs. Jansen?
Mm-hmm. That's how we knew her.
Was she a teacher?
Yeah.
Oh.
Teacher, friend's mother.
So you miss. So what do you think about the one I missed the most?
That's a funny one. Sorry, I don't mean to laugh at your pain.
I'm not having pain from it.
Oh, I thought you missed her.
Right, but not painfully.
Right.
I miss the talent.
He was gone too soon, wasn't he? Just in his 50s?
Yeah. He was very young.
Yeah.
But he was very, very talented.
Yeah.
I used to think that Michael Jackson was more talented than he was, but I think Prince beat out Michael Jackson.
It's just that Michael was better at being popular appeal.
Yeah, probably. But Prince had natural born raw talent. I remember seeing him in a movie where they play his father as being abusive in the movie.
Oh, really?
As they always do. But he was such a good actor in that movie too. But if you ever seen him in a live performance, it was dynamite. Very good. So the one person I miss the most that's no longer on earth is Prince.
To me, that's cool. But to me, he was too passionate and heart-throbbing, because it's pained and dramatic stuff. Whereas Michael wasn't quite so dramatic. And so Michael was just fun to listen to.
How was he painful?
Because it's like these long, drawn-out epic songs. And they're like emotional.
Purple rain.
Exactly.
Purple rain.
You have to be in the mood to hear it.
I want to do is see you once again in the purple rain.
It's kind of like listening to A Change's Gonna Come. It's a great song.
But I know a change gonna come.
But you have to be in the mood to hear a song like that, an epic song like that.
And oh,
whereas,
yes, it will.
What a wonderful world it would be. Don't know much about history. You can listen to that song anytime. You don't have to be in any kind of mood because it's just light and beautiful.
But you don't have to be in a mood to listen to Prince either.
Yes, you do.
Why?
Because it's a downer. Or you have to be like angry. But all black people are always ready to hear that.
The reason I miss Prince is because it was good talent on earth. It's like talent on earth.
Yeah.
And he was displaying that talent. And you could appreciate it because you knew it wasn't from him. But he was really, really good talent.
Yeah.
I think I'm not sure how he expired, but I think he died from fentanyl or something. Or overdose or something like that.
I don't think it was fentanyl per se.
Some type of medication he was on.
I do recall something like that. Oh, yeah, you know what? It was fentanyl.
It was fentanyl?
Yeah. Okay, so according to Google AI, info may be false, disclaimer. Prince died April 21st, 2016, 10 years ago, at his estate in Minnesota. Ruled an accidental overdose of fentanyl, a highly potent synthetic opioid. Authorities concluded that he unknowingly took counterfeit pills, mislabeled as a standard painkiller, such as like Vicodin, but were actually laced with lethal amounts of fentanyl. Why would people do that?
Because apparently some entertainers they're like either really depressed or whatever emotionally, but some have physical pain.
Right.
And I guess according to reports, the doctor gave them fentanyl for pain.
Yeah, I mean, he said that he had been managing severe chronic pain, likely linked to hip issues for years.
Yeah.
But no, I was asking why people lace things with fentanyl, lethal doses of fentanyl. Why would you want to kill off your addicts? I feel like you would want to. Fentanyl is addictive, so I could see you wanting to put a little bit of fentanyl that just addicts you but doesn't kill you.
Oh, I see.
But maybe they just don't know what they're doing.
Right, because I think in those days, I'm not sure, so I could be wrong too. The fentanyl used to be illegal, so they had to put it with other stuff to pretend that it was one thing, but it was really fentanyl.
Okay.
Amazing.
Terrible.
Well, may his soul rest in peace. But that's the one person I miss from there.
It's classy. It's very black of you. And very musical.
Amazing. Let me go to Daniel, first-time caller. So you don't remember anyone yet?
No, we didn't have anybody cool.
Oh.
We did. When people died, when like our so-called little celebrities died, it didn't feel like the earth lost someone.
So he didn't care about. Did Lil Peep die, or that Jewish rapper guy,
Mac Miller? All those people, like.
He doesn't care.
Oh well. Rest in peace.
Cold-hearted. That's that indigenous malice.
Maybe if you were of my generation, you'd feel like me, and it wouldn't be indigenous.
Nothing
malice.
matters.
No, it's just that we didn't have any celebrities.
Yeah.
Jared, like, you don't miss the family? He like, no family member. No family member. No friends. No, my family members and friends were not talented. Why would I miss them?
Just for what you can enjoy from them, huh?
Yeah, family members weren't talented, or friends were not talented. What? Prince was talented. He brought something to the earth. And when it was gone, it was missing.
Didn't you deliver stuff to the Jacksons?
Did I?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
I did deliver to some entertainer, but not to Jackson.
Okay. Thought you had
I
some
was
connection.
like an Uber food driver, but before it became popular.
Before they had cell phones.
Right. Amazing, but there was no Uber either. It was just me doing it for a friend. Amazing. And don't forget to like, follow, tweet, subscribe, and share the Just Lee Peterson radio show, folks. We really appreciate it. We are at war. It is a spiritual battle for the soul of America. And it's going to take all of us to do it.